I really think I should get a new trade binder. It's literally falling apart. So you're looking into building your first ever trade binder or improving your current trade binder. You're interested in trade binders regardless. Well, this is the video for you, and today we're going to go over some of the best tips for building out your first ever or improving upon your current trade binder. So very quickly, we'll go over 6 quick tips. When choosing a binder, just choose any binder to get started. Doesn't matter if it's one of those single folio or multi-pocket binders. Just get a binder. Number 2, know your audience. Don't forget about the players. If you're a collector only, don't forget about the players. You might have a lot of playable cards for players, and we are definitely looking for a lot of simple cards that you probably have. Supporters, trainer cards in general, we just need them. So pack both playables and collectibles. Number 3, keep your trade binder separate from your collectible binder. And the only reason why I say this is because if you know you're not going to trade away a certain card, don't show it off if you're not going to. It's just good to keep things separate, and you can track things easier in a separate binder of what goes in and what goes out, and you don't have to worry about someone potentially taking your very nice chase you pulled a while back. Number 4, organize. Organize like crazy. This is calling back to playables and collectibles. It just makes things a little bit easier for your potential trade partner and yourself. Number 5, you do have to understand certain types of rarities won't move as fast as others. So for example, like double rares, regular EX cards, regular V cards, they're just not as popular as regular holos were way back when. Times have changed and people will change. Number 6, last but not least, sleeves, Pokemon card sleeves, penny sleeves, they matter and they don't matter. We'll explain a little more later on in the video. So we're gonna go over those 6 tips and let's get right into it. So number 1, choose any binder. Just get started, choose any binder. Okay, so there are those single pocket folio binders like the ones you get in the lunch tins. They're simple, they're easy. If that's what all you have and you want to save money and you only have like 4, 7, 10, less than 20 pulls, go ahead, why not? It's a binder. Heck, even if you don't have a binder, but you will get one eventually, ETB boxes, lunch tins, regular Pokemon tins, don't do Pokeballs, don't do Pokeball tins. Those work. As long as you can organize your pulls and show it off in some sort of capacity, that's okay. You will get a binder eventually, even containers work. I'll briefly go over the different types of binders you can get. So this is your simple 9-pocket binder. See, it holds 9 cards on each page, double-sided, and this is top loading. We'll go over top loading and side loading in a bit, but like stuff like this, I believe this is an Ultra Pro binder. Yep, this is a regular Ultra Pro binder. There's no binder rings in here, just simple 9-pocket top loading binder. It was like 10, 12 bucks at the time when I bought it 6 years ago, and it's finally frayed. I just use it as a trade binder. This was a purchase that I got to get started, to simply get my feet off the ground, get trading with other people. I'm not looking to buy the best of the best binder for my first ever one because I know my pulls aren't the best of the best, and it's just pretty simple stuff that's going in my binder. So I went with a simple $10, $12 binder. Now I did go to my local grocery store, shout out Friend Meyer, love that place, and I bought this Card Guard 9-pocket binder. It's pretty much the same thing, tomato tomato, except it's a plastic shell and it has a little strap to keep this card secure, which is pretty nice. Unlike this Ultra Pro binder I have, it's just open concept, so you can just open it and close it at will. This one, at least the strap keeps things secured. So again, it's a 9-pocket binder, and I mentioned top loading versus side loading, so we're gonna go over that now. Just very quickly. So top loading binders. It's pretty simple, the concept's simple, the card loads in on the top, and most top loading binders, they should have 2 pockets, so one pocket on one side of the page and another pocket on the other, but this Ultra Pro binder specifically only has 1 pocket for both sides, so I have to put 2 cards directly back to back, as some top loading binders might have it one on one page and 1 pocket on the other. So try to get one with 2 pockets if you really care about that, because you don't want the cards rubbing together unnecessarily. Now this one is a side-loading pocket binder, and people prefer side-loading pockets because it just keeps the card more secure. So you simply just slide the card in the side here, this pocket. And the reason why I say it's more secure, if you shake it upside down, the cards are loaded onto the side. They won't fall immediately down, as opposed to this one. Multiple times I've had cards, if I turned it upside down for a split second, cards will fall out. So, see that? See that right there? You don't want that happening. It's a simple aromatisse, but you don't want that happening. There are zipper binders, binders with zippers. Let me pull those out. So people often say zipper binders are even better than that strap type of pocket binder I have. So this is my first ever Pokemon binder I actually got. This is a 4-pocket binder. It has a zipper. Simple as that. This holds my Celebrations collection of cards and a plethora of many other pulls. This is a top-loading binder, but because it's zipped, the cards aren't going anywhere. And it's 4 pockets, relatively small. You don't need a 9-pocket binder. You don't need a 12-pocket binder. 4 is perfectly acceptable. And like I mentioned before, 1 pocket is okay too. This is a typical use of a zipper binder. This is a small format. And people will say, one thing I should mention is rings versus ringless binders. The industry or collectors are tending to move towards ringless binders because rings tend to bend the cards over time. I'm not personally worried about it with this small binder, but with like bigger ones, I would probably worry about that. So here's an example of another zipper binder. This is a 9-pocket one. This has all my custom stickers on it. Got a little bit of Xenoblade, got a little bit of Jollibee, and got a little bit of Pokemon photo stickers from some collection boxes. Now I got this one. This is from TCG Guard or TC Guard on Amazon. Really simple. This was used in one of my ongoing projects, which I haven't made a video about in a while, for my Pokédex binder. And this is another top-loading binder. Now don't come at me, it does have rings, but this is a simple Pokédex binder. I'm just doing it real simple, just for my Pokédex collection. All these cards I'm not valuing at very expensive. It's just something I want to look at and scroll through. I'm trying to complete all of the Pokemon cards I have. That's like 1,000 something Pokemon in here. And this binder holds like 1,000 something cards, and there's like over 1,200 now. Again, like, you don't need the most expensive binders. I got this online from Amazon for like 20 bucks. It holds over 1,000 cards. Now, if you do want to do a step up from a cheaper Amazon binder to a ringless binder, zipper binder, Ultra Pro makes very nice binders. Vault X makes excellent binders, but I have yet to buy one, but I do have a couple Ultra Pro binders. I got this from my local shop, Tabletop Village. Shout out those guys. This is a nice Ultra Pro Arceus binder. You can see the Pokemon design right there, the Pokeball logo design, and Arceus itself. And it does a nice little zip here. What I like about these ones, they're side pocket binders, side loading binders, and that sounds like quality material. Something to keep your cards protected in this binder. And this is Coral's binder, actually. She organized it very well, very nicely, and I'll tell you more about trade binders and organizations. But right now we're just going over general binder stuff. It's nice, side-loaded, good zipper. Ultra Pro makes great binders. This is a great design. Vault-X, people swear by Vault-X, and I don't blame them. I've yet to get one because I've just been rocking with what I have so far. Now, there are other binders you can get from Pokemon products. This one is from the 151 binder collection that came out a while back. And I've been using it to actually store all of my 151 pulls. I'm trying to master set 151. I kind of gave up on that a while ago. But this one's pretty nice because it's, again, side-loading. It's a side-loading binder, which I really like, and it has those nice black pages that makes the cards pop, and it straps in, it's good to go. Again, you don't have to be a binder elitist, just get a binder. I'm just showing you guys different types of binders that I have. And then last but not least, this is pretty unique. I got this one from Japan. This is a pack-in binder with one of their special sets. It's pretty simple. I personally am not a fan of it. So this is where I keep a couple of my Japanese pulls, but it's top loading. But if you look at the back page here, right here, you can easily slip the card in and out, which is nice. It's ringless, it's small, it's more so of a display piece. So yeah, whatever binder you get, it don't matter. Once you start getting higher graded pulls or higher graded cards, then I would consider moving away from the rings, going into ringless, and investing in a nice zipper binder. And we'll go over more on protecting your cards further in the video. So number 2 is know your audience, collectibles and playables. People who play cards, people who just collect cards, we all kind of meet in the middle and shake hands. There's lots of cool stuff we can get. So I started off as a collector and I only put like duplicates I have or cards I don't want. So it's lots of Vs, lots of EXs when I first started out. And what I didn't realize when I got into playing is that I need a lot more trainer cards. For example, Team Rocket's Petrol, it just came out during Destined Rivals at the time of this recording, and it got reprinted in Ascended Heroes. This card for me, I only have surprisingly 3 of them. All the local shops around me don't have the card available because people are buying out the inventory and people are just, selling their bulk full of trainer cards without knowing that people will trade for it. I will actively look for playable cards through people's binders. On Discord servers, if you're in your local game shop's Discord servers, you'll see people are trading their illustration rares, their double rares, or other really cool cards just for simple playables. People like that. People need playables. So if you have a playable card, pack it in there, even if it's like a regular art card. It doesn't need to be a full art Buddy Buddy Poffin. It could be a regular Buddy Buddy Poffin. Even a Buddy Buddy Poffin with a play stamp, people like that. If you have a ton of the same playable card that people really want, but you don't want to put in your binder, again, like I said, little container, set it aside, bring it out in like a deck box and show people that you have it. Players who only play and don't really collect, they may shock you with what they have. Now let's say you're new to collecting and playing, or just collecting in general, and you're not sure what is a playable card. Get to playing. That's my advice I have. The other easy answer is ask around. You can go on Limitless TCG, look at the top decks and see what kind of cards people are putting into their deck. And if you have multiples of those, bring them with you. Tip number 3, keeping your collection separate. So keep your collection binder, your personal collection binder, separate from your trade binder. Now, if you have to merge them together because you only have one binder, that is a-okay. But if you can have 2 binders, that is the preferred method. And again, this is why you're probably watching this video. You have a lot of cards and you want to build a trade binder. You can have the first couple pages be your collection and the back half of your binder be the trade section. The reason why I say you should separate it is because people are going to ask, what do you want for that card in your PC, in your personal collection? And you'll say, I'm not really trading it. And or you might find a really cool offer and you will trade it, but then you might get a little sad that it's gone. It's really up to preference, but I say if you can, get a separate trade binder because you don't want to lug around your personal collection all the time with you if you know all you want to do is just trade and not show off your personal collection. I bring my personal collection every now and then, but not very often. I usually just bring my trade binder whenever I go play cards on weekly tournaments, or if I go to trade nights, I just bring my trade binder. I talk about my personal collection, that's it. It just keeps things easier, you pack less, and you have a dedicated trade binder. And that way, heaven forbid someone steals your binder or you lose it, you're only losing cards that you were willing to trade. So you're not losing much from your personal collection. Number 4, organization. So this can range from a lot of things on how you want to organize stuff. You can have ascending pages of price order. So typically collectors like to trade for a fair value. Not typically by design of the card, but for fair value of like the market price place. By having cards organized by market price per se, or trade value, in the beginning pages and higher value cards towards the end. It'll just be easier for you to gauge what type of cards your potential trade partner wants in return, like in terms of value. Your trade partner might not know their value of the card right off the bat. They may or may not. It really depends. And also playables, playable section and collectible section. Again, players really just want playable cards, full art cards, illustration rare cards of their playable Pokemon in their decks. So if you have a playable card, put it in a separate section. Just note it out when you tell them, hey, the first 5 pages are playables, the second 5 pages are collectible stuff, so on and so forth. So that way, if they're a collector and they don't really care about a Buddy Poffin full gold card, then they could skip over the first 3 or 5 pages. And lump the card rarities together. At least I personally think you should, because it just makes things look a lot more pretty and appealing to your potential trade partner. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to trade your cards for something you want. So you want to present your binder in the prettiest light as possible. And with this ratty trade binder I have right now, I definitely am going to do that. Because right now it's oh my gosh, it's not up to snuff. Tip number 5, understand like double rares or simple common rares won't move as fast as your other cards, like illustration rares and whatnot. You may or may not know that. Some are really playable, some are really not. Some might garner like a high value. Like for the longest time, Pheasantipity EX was like $15. Now he's like $8 or something like that. It really depends on the card's playability. So if you see like a common EX, it probably won't push as much in the binder. It probably won't garner a lot of attention unless that person is trying to do a specific Pokemon in their collection, or if they're trying to master set something. So it's okay to include like simple double rares, EXs, full art EXs, Vs and VMAXs, or what have it. It's okay to include those. Just recognize that they won't move as fast and they are typically lower value cards. I do include a lot of mine because every now and then I'll get someone trying to master set like a recent set, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I do actually have that Houndoom EX. Here you go. And you never know. You never know what you'll get in return. It could be another EX, it could be just a simple illustration rare card that costs the same, but it's an illustration rare card you don't have. So yeah, just again, recognize that double rares or EXs, regular full arts won't move as fast, but it's a good idea to keep them included. Number 6, this might be a little controversial. Card sleeves. Should you sleeve up your card before putting it in your binder, your trade binder specifically? I personally think it's okay for the most part. I don't sleeve my cards unless it's a really nice card where the trade value of the card is really nice. Other than that, like I pack a lot of like less than $5 trades, or like maybe $15 might be like on my higher end, but anything like above 20 bucks, I'll sleeve. Okay, so I have this Raihan supporter card, this trainer card, not sleeved. But this Mega Charizard EX full art is sleeved because he's actually kind of keeping up and maintaining price, and he's a kind of a playable card, and it's the Charizard tax on there, and Charizard collectors are real particular about their Charizard, so if you have a higher value card, sleeve it, that's fine. ETB sleeves are completely okay. People who bag on you for using it, don't listen to them. I use ETB sleeves all the time, especially for my decks because I have a lot. The reason why people bag on them, mini rant, sorry. The reason why people bag on these sleeves is because they just tend to break easier when you shuffle them, so that their shuffle duration doesn't last as long. That's really it. And they don't shuffle nicely. And like the coating on the front isn't that friendly. Other than that, penny sleeves, ETB sleeves, any type of sleeve you got, that works. If you have a top loader, save it, unless you have a top loading binder, which I think is a little excessive, unless you are carrying $100+ cards regularly on those pages, you probably don't need a top loading binder. Other than that, your common trade binder, you don't need sleeves unless it's a high value card. Otherwise, you're wasting money on like sleeves for a 50-cent EX card, a $3 illustration rare Clawitzer, you don't need sleeves. People who say you need to sleeve everything, you could take a step back. And if you disagree with me, let's chat in the comments below. We can have a productive conversation for the community to see both sides of the coin. With that being said, those are all of my tips for this video, but the video's not over. This old trade binder, this frayed one that's literally falling apart in my hands, we're gonna put everything in here, all the cards from here into here, and apply those tips in real life so you can see what your next potential trade binder could be like. Let's get to it. So here's all my cards originally I had. I tried to put the higher value playable cards together. I really just kind of lost organization as time went on. So this is what it really quickly looks like. There's some Japanese cards, there's some older cards, lots of EXs now because we're in that era. I got promo cards, you know, just simple like holo rares too. Like for example, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle promo from, I believe, 151. So we're gonna go ahead and take all these cards out and put them aside. And I also brought a little box of playables that I assembled for my deck building, but stuff like Judge, Pokepad, Rose's Encouragement, Monkey Dories, at least in this format of this recording, is really valuable. And you know, cards like this is what people typically want to see when they're playing. So yeah, I got this whole list of playables that I may or may not include in this trade section. And before we even start sorting this, I want to put some stickers on here, personalize it. So I got these stickers from this new group that I found at this anime convention I went to, SakuraCon. This is from Odd Defiance. And this sticker sheet from the Xenoblade series is from Shep. They do a lot of Xenoblade artwork, and I saw these stickers, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. As well as these little Pikachu stickers. It's from when I adopted a Porb. Artist name is Posebean. And then Omocat, I got some stuff at the Omocat booth, and Omocat gave me a bunch of stickers as well. So we're gonna decorate this. Personalize your binder. That's one more tip I forgot to say. Personalize your binders. Just don't put any weird stickers, because you're gonna be probably trading with kids at some point, so don't be weird. Okay, so here's the binder all updated. I put all the stickers on here. So in my original OG binder, I had a stack of these cards here. I took them out. I'm not including them. So this is one playable that I could potentially leave in and include. This is Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. It has a play stamp, but it's not a holo or a reverse holo, so people really won't be interested in it because they want to bling out their deck. And then I took out Iron Thorns. It's a playable card. Back then, it's still tournament legal, but you don't see a lot of it in play now. And then we're just going into a bunch of regular EXs at this point where you don't really see them in play. So this is what my first page looks like in the trade binder. First up in this top row, we have Clawitzer, Charmander, Mega Charizard, XEX, and Alakazam. Alakazam is a promo card. Actually, the rest of this page are filled with promo cards, and they range in varying trade value. For example, this Snorlax is like $20, $30. The rest of these are like $5, except this Pikachu from Paldea Evolved is like $20, $25, which is strange to me. This is a promo card, it should be readily available, but lo and behold, the regular version costs quite a pretty penny. The nice, good cards, the higher value cards are up front. Promo cards aren't inherently higher value, but people like collecting them, and you know, it's hard to get Pokemon product as of this video, as of this recording, so I'm sure people would appreciate a chance to get a promo card. And then my second page, the leftover promo cards I have, and this is where it kind of just goes down in price from here on out. Really, I don't have anything solid, so like a random Japanese illustration rare Bombardier, Urshifu VMAX, Single Strike. This is a cool full art with a gold variant. It's only worth like $2, but it's really cool. Another promo card. I have Palafin here. You'll notice I have 3 Palafins. I actually have 5 total Palafins. I put 2 Palafins in here, one behind the other, so I have 5 total Palafins. Yeah, just simple illustration rare cards, trainer gallery cards that just simply aren't high value cards. They're just, you know, there for trade. That's what cards are for. You just trade them, man. Morpeko V Union card. It's basically a Marnie's Morpeko, but before, you know, trainer cards were reintroduced into the game. These individually cost like $5, and you could argue for a set of like $20 for all these promo cards. Again, I'm not gonna adhere 100% to these trade values. I'm just saying I value these cards lower. So these are just like kind of cool looking art cards that are lower than the first page. That's all the organizing that I have here. And one little fun tidbit is this mouse hold right here at the bottom right corner. This actually came as a promo. It's not designated as a promo. It's actually wrapped in a wrapper. I don't know if you guys can see that in the corners. This came from the Paldea Adventure chest box. So I just kept it sealed. I have tons of these Mousehold EXs. I just kept this one sealed and, you know, just keep them in the binder. So next up is my competitive page. So I got a couple of Ace specs here. Legacy Energy sees a little bit of play. Sparkling Crystal sees a lot of play. Scoop Up Cyclone, if you really miss Penny or a Turo Scenario, that's good. Lopunny, this is from, I believe, what's it say, Prismatic Evolutions. This is the Pokeball pattern one, as you can see from the reflection on the camera, which is good if you're building a Mega Lopunny deck. You need that middle evolution. Actually, no. What am I thinking about? Lopunny's just basic to stage 1. Well, this is a nice card to show off because it's very pretty. Genesect sees a little bit of play. Dunsparce sees a lot of play. It's a holo rare. People might need these cards, kind of like Clefairy, Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, Mega Diancie EX. Manectric sees a little bit of play. You know, it's just cards you might see in a deck or like an off-rogue meta deck. And then my subsequent pages are kind of just like my random cards. Again, no value here. It's just like what I have. It might be some older cards like Amazing Rares, some promo cards from the Knockout Collection, and like other random promos where people just really like to collect these types of Pokemon. Like, you know, you got the original starters, so this might have like a Cosmic Swirl on there, like Galaxy Foil, you know, the Evolutions, and like some, got a nice Pikachu here. I think in this Pikachu promo there might be a Swirl. You guys see that? Comment if you could see a Swirl. And then some older cards here as well. And then just to round out the last of the pages, I have a bunch of Pokemon Go cards, Japanese energies. My dad bought me a bunch of Pokemon Go cards, Japanese Pokemon Go cards. Had a bunch of energies, had no idea what to do with it. Missing one type of energy, I think. But, you know, just thought I'd include it in there. But yeah, that's my current trade binder. I took out a lot of post-rotation cards. I took out a lot of regular EXs. Just trying to make it a little more cleaner, a little more appealing and appetizing to those who might be interested in both, you know, the collecting and the high value stuff, and for the players who are looking for, you know, something playable, I might have for them in here if it's not in my competitive playable stack of cards. And that was all my tips and my setup of the binder. If you want to leave any, if you are a trade binder aficionado, or if you really like building binders and organizing them, if you have any tips for newer people, newer viewers, new people to the hobby and collecting or playing, let us know down in the comments below. I'd love to start like a nice little community discussion, maybe a community forum, but that's like what Reddit is for or whatever. But yeah, just let me know in the comments down below if you found anything helpful or if you want to add something more. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content in the future. And with that being said, my name is Kevin TCG, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.